What do you get when you combine one eccentric filmmaker, a deep-rooted love of kung fu cinema, and feet? We're going to talk about it. This is The Binge, the show that merges the two greatest things this world has to offer, movies and booze. Each week, we make our way through an entry of a franchise and get a little drunk along the way. This week, it's Kill Bill Volume 1. I'm your host, Joshua Ryan. Today, I am drinking a little smoked old-fashioned made from Four Roses bourbon. With me, as always, my co-host, Timbo Jones. What's up?
What's going on, Josh? I am excited to be here. Excited to talk about Kill Bill Volume Uno. I am also, I guess I'm bilingual at times. So you're welcome. I got some wild turkey I'm finishing off for tonight's thing. Some bourbon. That's what I'll be doing. Yeah, man. A little 2 cubes to keep it cash, but it's fine.
So you're drinking that straight. That's the strong stuff. My goodness.
No, it's on the rocks. Straight means...
You're a man.
Oh, well, that's highly debatable. But we're getting after it.
We have a returning guest here. One of our favorite guests, Cassie, coming back. Haven't seen her since 28 days later.
I never left. I've just been sitting here waiting for you guys to ask me back.
Oh, just waiting?
Yeah.
Well, glad we could bring you back on.
Thank you for freeing me.
What are you sipping on tonight?
I have a 2024 Riesling that I picked up at the store yesterday. Very fancy. It's not even the cheapest one. It was like $12. It wasn't even like the $7 one. Oh. I really, I'm drinking above my means tonight. So cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, we got a cheers. Look at her. She knows the show better than us.
She knows it. Yeah. A buddy of mine, we went to the liquor store one time. And we said we had to buy the cheapest stuff in there. And the guy at the counter said, "No, you guys aren't buying cheap stuff. You guys are on a budget. That's all." And we're like, we are on a budget.
Oh, how lovely.
We will take your red label rum.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so you're on a
and
budget.
You never forgot it.
It's not cheap. Yeah, no, I never. Well, I forgot what we did that night. But yeah, no, not that thing. That was before the good times and the cheap stuff.
So, Kill Bill, Volume 1.
Anyway.
Directed by Quentin Tarantino. Written by Quentin Tarantino. Now, Tarantino has always famously claimed he's only making 10 movies, which is a weird claim because he's already directed 11, but he counts them differently. According to him, he's only made 9 movies, and that's because he counts Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 as a single movie. He doesn't count it as 2, and I'm guessing he doesn't count Death Proof, which was one half of the Grindhouse movie with Robert Rodriguez, even though both movies were feature-length films combined.
Yeah.
So, not counting Kill Bill as 2 movies, not counting Grindhouse, he has 9 movies. And he says he's only making 10 before he retires. And I wonder if this is something he maybe feels like he's stepped in it, or maybe he feels a little stuck now, because we haven't gotten the 10th movie. And he was going to make one. He was going to make a movie called The Movie Critic with Brad Pitt and talks to star, and then he just backed out of it. He was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. Now we're 7 years since Once Upon a Time in Hollywood released, and there's no talk of a final movie. Instead, he wrote a sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Adventures of Cliff Booth, that will be directed by David Fincher for Netflix. Super excited about that. But in 7 years... no talk of a new movie. Now, this is the biggest gap between movies he's ever had, which kind of feels like he's stalling a little bit. The last time he had a gap this big was between Jackie Brown and Kill Bill Volume 1, was like 6 years. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think he's going to hold true to only one more movie? What's he going to do?
It kind of reminds me of like Scott's Tots. Do you remember that episode of The Office where like when it finally comes around, he's like, "Oh shit, now what do I do?"
I never thought this was going to catch up with me.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Who knows, man? He's weird. I love his movies, but he's a weirdo. I don't know what's going on in his head.
Oh no, yeah, he's a weird guy. You can just tell.
He is a weird guy. Well, I mean, like you said, he was trying to get the movie critic off the ground during those 7 years. So I think he had something he thought was going. So, I mean, how many years has it been since the movie critic got pulled? Probably like 3.
A couple, 4, a few years.
Yeah. So, but no, he's a weird guy, Ace. A lot of feet for some reason.
We'll get to it.
Feet, timelines. saying that Paul Dano isn't a good actor, which is crazy,
blasphemy.
by the way.
I had to block that out of my memory. Goodness gracious. Yeah.
If anything, I was like, that knocked you down a little bit. I was like, Paul Dano is amazing.
That,
like,
yeah.
what are you talking about?
Paul Dano's
that was
great.
out of line.
And he didn't just attack Paul Dano. There was like a list of actors. Matthew Lillard was one of them.
That's right.
Matthew Lillard.
Oh yeah,
also great.
Right.
Yeah,
who doesn't like Matthew Lillard? Like, come on.
For real. It's like he was awesome in Scream when he fucking broke out with Scream. He was so great in that. And then obviously, Shaggy, like, you can't. So someone's a bad actor because they chose to do like kid, silly, fun movies. Like, why is that a bad thing? You know what I mean?
No feet.
No, that's probably why. No feet. Too much Scooby feet. He doesn't like the dog feet. Yeah, Matthew Lillard's great. When he snuck up in Life of Chuck, I was actually very excited. I was like, Matthew Lillard's in this for his like.
Always good to
role.
see him when he
was
pops
in
up.
that show with Christina Hendricks that I think it was on NBC where they were like criminals or like money launderers. Do you remember this?
Oh, man.
I binged it during COVID.
I don't watch a ton of
There
TV.
were several seasons though. It was a fun show.
I believe you.
Okay.
It was
Cassie,
NCIS. How'd you guys miss it? No, skin.
What was your introduction to Quentin Tarantino, Cassie? Where did you become familiar with him, or what was the first movie you saw?
My dad. So I definitely went to see this in the theater with my dad. I was doing the math in my head. I think I would have been like 16 or something like that. Well, yeah, because we're all the same age, so let's do the math together, right?
Yeah.
We had that conversation last time. You probably don't remember. We all realized we're all 39. Yeah.
Some are already.
Yeah, so I went with my dad. He kind of introduced me to... Yeah, that was always kind of our thing. He was the one who introduced me to the Star Wars movies. He kind of like, I was a kid, so he would kind of drag me to whatever. But yeah, he took me to Kill Bill, and I freaking loved it. Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
That is awesome.
I remember coming out of a theater. I don't know what I went and saw. It wasn't Kill Bill, but I came out and I ran into a school buddy who had just come out of Kill Bill. And he was just like, "Oh, were you in Kill Bill?" And I said no. And he's like, "Oh, man, it was fantastic." And he was hyping it up. But I don't know that I would have appreciated Kill Bill as much back in 2003, as a teenager.
I did it, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I fully even appreciated it when I finally watched it a few years later. I remember being like, oh, yeah, that was cool. But this rewatch, this rewatch, I was like stoked. I was like, this movie rules. As soon as it ended, I was like, I want to throw in volume 2. I want to watch the next one. But I like to always watch the movie we're covering like the day before we record or the morning, so it's real fresh in my head. So I was like, nah, I can't do that. I got to wait a week, but then I'm going to watch it. I'm really pumped to talk about this movie.
Yeah. I mean, I certainly didn't
Fantastic
appreciate Uma Thurman's performance when I was 16 or whatever. I mean, she gave like an Oscar-worthy performance in this movie. She was so amazing. I didn't know. I'm sorry,
she's
Uma.
fantastic.
I didn't know.
So we have
I'm glad you could put
Uma
that
Thurman in the lead as the bride. She had previously been in Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino's second movie. This is Quentin Tarantino's fourth movie. Now in Pulp Fiction, again, fantastic. I think her and John Travolta's scene is my favorite, segment out of that. We also have Lucy Liu, Vivica A. Fox, Daryl Hannah, Michael Madsen, David Carradine. We don't really get to see a lot of Madsen and Carradine. They play a bigger role in the second one, but just what a fantastic cast. And everybody just playing into the schmaltz and the cheese and the excess of it. Everybody knows their part. Everybody's leaning into it. Love it. Tim, what about you? When did you get introduced to Quentin Tarantino?
It was Pulp Fiction. I remember it being on
that was me.
HBO, and I was at a friend's house and we watched a little bit of it as we were like running around doing stupid shit. I have a very funny memory of my dad watching it, and I was sitting next to him. I came in. I think I was doing my homework. I got done, and I saw him watching Pulp Fiction. And I sat down, and then he realized I was sitting next to him. The time it was at the scene where Bruce Willis was going in that store and picking out more and more weapons. Oh yeah, and the moment he started walking down, my dad saw me. He was like, "Get out, and kicked me out of the room." And I was like, "Why? And he's like, "Just get the." He's like, "Dude," he's like, "Get out of here!" And I left the room. I didn't understand. And then when I finally saw the full movie, I was like, oh, yeah, that was a good move. That was smart of him. Yeah.
That's what I was missing out on as a kid.
Yeah, that was good on him. So Pulp Fiction.
This movie released October 17th, 2003, opened number 2 at the box office. Number 1, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the remake with Jessica Biel. 2, you had Kill Bill. 3, Runaway Jury. 4, School of Rock. And 5, Mystic River. It's funny, School of Rock was the first movie I ever reviewed in any capacity. Tim, you and I went to high school together. I was the movie critic for my high school newspaper. They didn't have one, and I was on the newspaper, and I was just like, I want to do review some movies. I got to review 2 movies before I was fired. I reviewed School of Rock, and then I reviewed Halle Berry's Gothica. And a section of my review for Gothica was about how Halle Berry should have shown her boobs, probably a big section of it. And then my teacher was just like, you're done.
I was going to ask, how do you get fired? But I think that answers that.
Didn't I help you?
I was a teenage kid.
Gosh.
Didn't I help you with Gothica? Because we saw it together. And we were complaining like, oh man, how did she should have been Storm and zapped the guys with lightning bolts and flew down the stairs, because we didn't really like that movie. I remember.
No, it wasn't good. I didn't give it a good review. I haven't seen it since.
I know.
I think I saw that in the theater too, but I don't remember it at all. So
no, it's not
clearly
good.
not
It's
very
not great.
memorable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So budget of $30 million, box office total over $180 million, $70 million of that domestic. Big hit. Very, very big movie. Tagline, "Here comes the bride." I like that.
That's
Simple.
a good tagline.
It fits.
Mm-hmm.
Has a double meaning. Here comes the bride, like for a wedding. No, here comes the bride to chop off your head.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wasn't going to mention this, but here, in an interview with Deadline, Tarantino brought up that a run-in he had with Harvey Weinstein about an alleged abuse from Harvey Weinstein to Uma Thurman. And he tells Deadline that they were all at a meeting and that Uma was very uncomfortable around Harvey, that he could tell something was off, and he ends up confronting him. And he says, this is the quote, "I knew he was lying, that everything Uma was saying was the truth. I never bought his story when he tried to wriggle out of it and how things actually happened. I said, I don't believe you, I believe her. And if you want to do Kill Bill, you need to make this right." And he made him apologize. Which, I mean, listen, that's all great that you believe Uma Thurman, but you still made the movie with him.
That also sounds made up. That sounds fake. I don't believe that happened, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
It's very keyboard warrior. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He gives himself a little pat on the back, and I'm still like that. You just made him say sorry, but
I'm so good that I put her in the room with him while she was super uncomfortable and made him apologize like a fucking 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Did you get him to give her more money or anything like that, or a cut of the profits? No.
And then,
no, I wouldn't do that. Why would I do that?
And then the movie makes $180 million, so you're still making bank for this dude. You're still making him a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I never heard that story. Oh, wow.
Is that
recent?
I
found that right as I was typing my notes on Deadline. But let's talk about the movie. Let's get into the movie here. So just like Pulp Fiction, this movie is told out of order. The first kind of really big scene that I want to talk about is when we get Uma Thurman and Vivica A. Fox fighting to the death. I think that this fight is great. One, because Vivica A. Fox and Uma Thurman, they're both badasses, but you don't think of them in this type of action, typically. You don't really get to see them do this kind of thing. And they're both great at it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're just both bringing it in. Timbo, tell us about the scene. Tell us about your thoughts.
It was good.
You're being too quiet. Come on.
Sorry. I am being a little too quiet. I apologize. I think that what Quentin did in the beginning of this movie, I think that the genre tone shifts throughout the whole thing is incredible. It goes from the very beginning being this Western standoff. They find the bride and the whole wedding party shot the shit. And then now granted, the first thing is opening up to the fight scene with her and Vivica A. Fox, which was awesome. And I love that they paused when her daughter showed up And like the way he shot it, they're like about to keep going, and then you see the school bus come in. Which the sound design should have gotten an Oscar if they didn't. The sound design of this movie alone,
they got no Oscar nominations. This movie, 0.
This bullshit. The sound design was amazing. The editing was also fantastic. So yes, that fight was rough. It was very visceral, and them two going at it in this like sweet martial arts knife throwing everything at each other. Oh yeah, that was a great way to kick off this movie. Like
when they paused for the kid as well, like you said, because it's like it's comedic, but it also tells you a lot about the bride just as a character, that she's not that ruthless, that she's willing to just pause and freeze to not try and kill Vivica in front of her daughter. And this is where they very blatantly, like a lot of movies do the thing of we're not going to tell you the lead's name, but this movie blatantly bleeps her name twice, which is a weird choice.
Which is I don't understand why we couldn't know her name and like how important it was to know it like later. Like, was that really had to be a mystery? I didn't rewatching again. I'm like, I don't know why it matters. Do you guys know?
He's kooky Uncle Quentin, like Maya Hawke says. He's kooky Uncle Quentin. It's just, I don't know.
That's fair.
It's just
I mean,
kooky,
I know he just does things that are so
way to get
out.
He can get away with it too, which is hilarious. He gets his
like
pass.
Okay, Pulp Fiction, when Uma Thurman is saying to John Travolta, she's like, "Don't be a square," but she says, "Don't be a," and she draws it out, and it does the dotted lines. It's like and draws like the square. Another really weird choice. That it's like, what are you doing? It doesn't seem like it fits the tone of the movie, really. But
she traces a square again in this movie too, when she's talking to Vivica A. Fox, which is kind of funny.
Did she?
She didn't do like the classic one like that, and they didn't like do the tracing, but she says like, "Oh, we'll be square" or something like that. But I do like that. I like that Vivica A. Fox is parading her kid around, and she's like, "You can show me the kid all you want. You killed my kid, and I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill your kid." Oh, that's what she said. Right. She's like, "If we were gonna be square, then I would kill your kid. I would kill you, your kid, and wait for your husband to come home." But I thought they did a great job with not prolonging her killing Vivica A. Fox, because, and we also got back on the side, because then you start feeling bad. You're like, oh my god, we know that she was pregnant and she lost her kid, but like knowing that the kid's upstairs in the same room and she's about to kill her, you're like, that's kind of fucked up. But when Vivica tries to shoot her and then she kills her just as reaction, you're like, all right, we're cool with it again. I'm cool. I'm on board.
Yeah, because she wants to do it like away from, right? They like set a time and they're gonna do it like old west style, West style shootout, like
baseball diamond.
Yeah, exactly. And then Vivica A. Fox just does her dirty. Isn't that like that's like an assassin no? Like you don't do that. You don't cheat like that.
She broke the rules.
Yeah.
She broke the rules.
Yeah.
Which I think is which definitely helps us get back on board with her dying. So yeah. And then she even says to the kid, if you want to come get me, I'm waiting for you, which is so awesome. Because that's how like other movies always start. They watch their parents get killed and then they go on the revenge tour. She's like, well, if you're going to come after me, we can still do this. So it's like her own
that scene has always served as like a promise that he was going to come back in 20, 30, however many years and do a third, that was the story. We technically still could get that because Quentin has specifically said Kill Bill is one movie to him. He said even the third. If he does a third, it's all one movie. So he wouldn't count that as his 10th. He could make another movie and then still do Kill Bill 3.
Who cares? Why did you have to give yourself a like arbitrary number of 10? Like I get 10 just sounds good, but like who cares? Make as many fucking movies as you want. Like, what does it matter?
I think what he said was his fear was of the filmmakers who keep going and then fall out of relevance, or they have masterpieces and then their last several movies are, garbage. Francis Ford Coppola's, what was the last thing he did?
Megalopolis or whatever.
Yeah. Which that's now what he's, that's what's on a lot of people's minds when they think of Francis Ford Coppola versus The Godfather or The Conversation, things like that. So I get why he's doing it, but to set a certain number is nonsense. You just say like, okay, I feel like I'm done. I feel like I'm ready to retire. I feel like that's the way to do it. But I don't know. He said a number that he's not even sticking to because he's already done 11 movies. So whatever.
Yeah. Check the math.
Also, this kid, they say she's 4. Vivica A. Fox says that kid is not 4 years old.
No, yeah.
That was way too big.
She looks older than that. Yeah. I was thinking in my head, I was like, wait, let's fan cast like who would play her now. And I was like, Chase Infinity, but she's probably not old enough. You would need like maybe late 20s.
What was this, 2003?
30-ish.
Oh, yeah. That could probably work.
I don't know. I want them to do that now. I'd want to see what they would do with that.
What's funny is when you first said that, I didn't realize you meant like in a third movie. I thought you were like, if we made the movie now, who would play the 4-year-old? And I was like, nah, Chase Infinity's way too old to play the 4-year-old right now. I don't think that would work. But, okay. Yes, an adult version of that child.
Yes. Yeah.
I could see that working.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know that we're ever going to get that continued kind of promised vengeance story. But I'm down. I would be down for it. I'd be down for it.
100%. That'd be great.
I love the gun through the cereal box, and then Uma Thurman just yeets the coffee cup at her face too. Just like fucking yeets it, and then yeets a knife into her chest. She's just yeeting everything. Grabbing.
Good aim. Which is, you're like, how did she miss? She had a great shot. You know, Vivica.
You can't aim through a cereal box.
I don't know.
You can't aim through a cereal box.
She's a deadly assassin. She could do a lot of things.
You raise a lot of good points, Tim.
Thank you. That's why I'm here.
Now, when Uma Thurman gets here, when the bride gets here, we see that she had already had one assassin scratched off the list. It was Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
It's already scratched off, which is the bulk of the movie, is her going after Cottonmouth. Because, again, it's told all out of order. Then we go
Kylo
back.
Isn't her name Kylo Ren, right?
Kylo Ren? That's from Star Wars.
I doubt that's true.
Is it like O-Ren or something like that? Was it like O-Ren?
Oh, yes. I was like, Kylo Ren.
Come on, guys. Get the joke.
So
you're supposed to correct
we cut back
me.
in time to El Paso, Texas. They say there's 9 dead bodies here, and they're counting, her unborn child as one of them. The sheriff here, the creepy dude.
Yeah.
Sheriff is real creepy. He refers to Uma Thurman as a tall drink of cocksucker when she wakes up. He's like, this tall drink of cocksucker still alive. And I'm just like, that's weird.
Yeah. I don't, why? Because the moment he sees her, he's like infatuated with her. And then you have the guy who hangs out with Adam Sandler in all the Adam Sandler movies. That's all I know him from, every single. And he's like, I'm going to bang her. You're like, what is everyone trying to bang this fucking unconscious woman? Like, what is happening?
We go from creepy sheriffs to creepy hospital people.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm glad she spits in their faces. Do it. Spit all their faces.
I've seen a lot of dead and unconscious people.
Have you?
Never.
You know, don't think we should keep that in.
Should we explore that?
I don't know. Don't know how to approach that topic.
So Adam Sandler's friend is paying to be creepy to Uma Thurman. She's faking like she's still in her coma. She's not.
Yeah.
Bites his lip off. And then the nurse comes in, the creepy nurse, and she just stabs him in the Achilles tendon. It was intense. I do wonder, how did Adam Sandler's friend die? She bites his lip off. And then we see him on the ground with his lip.
He bled to death. I think, she just.
I think it's probably what it was. Yeah.
Would you bleed that much from the lip?
She probably bit lots of other things. She probably just started with the lip.
Yeah. I mean, her hand. I mean, she could have she could have chopped him in the neck or something. You know, her hands were still good. It's just her legs were betrayed her. Yeah.
And Daryl Hannah.
There you go. That's what I was gonna say. No, Daryl Hannah. She got the abort mission on her though, because she was about to take her out.
Yeah, the movie almost ended right there. That's right.
Dude, right there.
It's been a very short movie.
That was really funny.
But what a movie for Daryl Hannah, who was, the mermaid of Splash, and Blade Runner was like kind of the darling of the 80s. What?
I just like that you went immediately back to 20 years before this movie. Daryl Hannah, back in 74.
Splash is what I think of when I think of Daryl Hannah.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. I mean, it's fine, yeah. I think of Blade Runner first.
I mean, Blade Runner would be second.
Yes. I mean, that's, yes. In that time era. So who am I to talk? What am I to say?
For Daryl Hannah, who hasn't been, a significant leading lady, no disrespect to her in a long time, to get to just show up and this is the role she takes on.
Yeah.
And
So
she
cool.
looks so
the
cool,
eye patch.
too. Yeah.
I know.
she
Her
kills
code
it.
name is California Mountain Snake. Hers is too much. It's too descriptive. You telling us the state and everything? I don't need all that. Just keep it short and dangerous. I think it's too much. It's a mouthful.
Hers is Texas rattlesnake. Nope, just take a rattlesnake.
I don't care where you live.
Don't like it.
Don't care where you dwell.
I just love that she, even when she dresses into the nurse outfit, she even changes her eye patch into the medical cross.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so
To
funny.
the little nurse symbol. It's
also really funny too, because she was like doing this whole monologue to the bride before she was about to inject her, and she's like, I'm going to give you something none of us in this line of work will ever have, a peaceful death in their sleep. And then when Bill calls, he's like, we will never do that. That's a dishonor to kill someone while they're unconscious or some shit like that. And she's like, motherfucker, you know.
But it's not.
Yeah. But
it's not dishonor to shoot them through a cereal box. Apparently, that's okay.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. 'Cause
I
she's
wonder
looking
if Bill
for it.
knew she was going to do that. If he would have called her and be like, no cereal boxes.
Right, right.
away.
As she reaches for the box, he's like, "I know what you're about to do."
Won't do it. Not even
like
oatmeal.
evil
Like
Charlie's
that,
Angels. He just calls and
my
updates
God,
them. Okay.
Hi, Charlie. I do like that it shows how ruthless Bill is, though.
Yeah.
That he's like, if she wakes up, we're going to do a whole lot of fucking mean shit to her. You know, you're like, damn. So
Right.
he's hoping she wakes up.
Yeah.
He's such a dick. And I like that in this movie, they don't really delve really into why Bill and these people hate her so much. We see that she's clearly at a wedding. So you can kind of infer that like she's trying to leave and maybe you can't leave and that's what it is. But we don't really get the answers.
And I kind of don't even remember. So don't spoil it for me because I haven't watched.
I honestly don't either.
So I'm like, I can't remember, but I'm excited to know.
I
long.
can't either. But I know Quentin had originally always planned for this to be, he wanted it to be one movie. It's just way too much.
Yeah.
Obviously, last year, we didn't talk about, he released The Whole Bloody Affair. He made one movie, extra scenes. It was like 4.5 hours long. Got released into theaters. I wished I would have got to see it.
I know, me too.
But I missed it.
Yeah.
If they release it on a physical media, I'm picking that one up.
Yeah.
I would like to
Yeah, I
see it
wanna
all
see
as
that.
one in one go.
So would I.
That'd be cool.
I do too. That'd be awesome.
So yeah, so we still don't know why Bill hates her so much. But you're right. He's like, no, we're going to do so much worse to her. She's screwed up. All this is going on.
But so they allude to the fact that she was at least with them or at least had some sort of being with Bill because she's like, you know, you found me and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
Right.
so like she obviously was a part of this assassin group. But I do love that Bill is like the Claw from Inspector Gadget that you never quite see him. And that was awesome, even terrifying. I know I'm jumping way to the end, and we'll get to it when like he has Sophia by like the hands on the back of her neck. I'm like, oh, you know, it's scary, you know.
Did it frighten
but
you?
yeah, it did frighten me. I was like, I felt scared for Sophia. I was like, Sophia, get out of there!
Did they ever show her? I was like, what happened to her? Did they like cut her limbs off or something? I can't remember.
I know that. Well,
I kept waiting for the wide.
We'll get there.
The reveal. I was like,
yeah,
does she not have legs?
Well, I don't know. She cut stuff off. That's all we know.
That's what I thought.
That she cut stuff off.
Yeah.
Speaking of not having legs, Uma Thurman's legs don't work while she's in the hospital. And so when she makes her way, and it's funny because we didn't mention this. This is a fun callback because when she pulls up to Vivica A. Fox's house and when she leaves, she's driving this super obnoxious, like flamboyant truck that says Pussy Wagon, this big van that says Pussy Wagon. And so here we see how that happens after she cuts the dude's Achilles tendons and she takes his keys. The key has a keychain that says Pussy Wagon, and she makes her way into the garage and finds the Pussy Wagon and has to get into it. But she can't drive yet because her legs aren't working. And so we get this, you got to move your toe, move your big toe, trying to convince herself to do it. And this is where we get those infamous Quentin Tarantino close-ups of the feet. Multiple. Trying to move that toe. He loves feet.
Yeah.
God, this man loves feet.
Yeah, I don't.
Tim, what's your relationship to feet?
You know, I don't hate feet. I actually like giving feet rubs to my lady.
Would you give me a foot rub?
I like giving foot rubs to my lady, but she doesn't, you know.
So no,
that wasn't the question.
She doesn't really like
that wasn't the
her
question, Tim.
So, you know, but I'm not against the feet. I'm, you know, but I'm not like I'm gonna put it in my movies.
Yeah,
like that's weird.
Yeah.
You know, I
Remember
heard that
he
Marcellus
wrote-
Wallace killed some man for touching her feet.
Oh yeah, that whole thing about the
That's
feet,
the
and
whole
then
thing.
remember Quentin Tarantino wrote Dusk Till Dawn, which he also plays in,
Yes.
and he writes a scene where Salma Hayek sticks her toes in his mouth and pours like champagne down her feet, and he drinks champagne off of her feet. He wrote that for himself to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course.
And then he did
it. Yeah.
He's a weird guy, Ace.
Ugh.
But yeah, no, I like
Can't
that she
escape
said-
it.
I like when she does wiggle her big toe. She's like, "All right, now let's get all these piggies in order." Like, and then 13 hours later, that's pretty funny.
There's a lot of good lines,
Yeah.
good line deliveries.
And
So
that's
this is
one
where we
thing
kind
that I was just gonna say, since I saw it in the theater, the one of the few things I did remember after all those decades was this scene, and just I remembered that it said 13 hours later or whatever, and then she because I just remember sitting there thinking like she sat in there for 13 hours and just like now her legs work. That was fascinating to me. I was like, I wonder if that's possible. Probably not, but like maybe, depending. I don't know. I want to know the science behind that.
Where was security? You would think they'd be on the lookout during that time.
You
a
would
long
think
time.
There's two dead people. One they know drives a car called the Pussy Wagon. Because how do you not know that? You think they'd go check the car, which there should have been like the wheelchair next to it. But hey, it's whatever, you know. She willed
another
her
dude
feet.
with bite marks all over because she bit him everywhere. Apparently,
She did.
And then I was like, wouldn't the all her muscles have atrophied? Like, why are her arms working okay? And then I was like, maybe I'm overthinking it. And then I moved on.
Well,
I think you are.
I'm with you, but it's also Quentin Tarantino, so it's like, okay,
Yeah, I know.
whatever.
So this is where we get our like Lucy Liu introduction. She is Cottonmouth, the Cottonmouth that we already know she's gonna kill because it's scratched off the list before she gets to Vivica A. Fox. But that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that we know she's gonna win. Obviously, there's Volume 2 coming. The how we get there and how she do it is just a great time. And they give us a full anime clip. Timbo, I know you're a huge anime fan. What did this scene mean to you?
What are you talking about?
I know you're a huge anime fan. Seeing this on the big screen must have...
Since when am I an anime fan? I'm not knocking anime.
His face when you said that was so funny.
I'm not, I know a lot of guys who love anime. They're trying to get me to watch it. I'm supposed to watch like Attack on Titan and Hero something else and all this other stuff. I don't know. They say it's got good stories. I have never really seen Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon. I don't really watch that stuff either. Is Pokemon.
Did you see the live action adaptation that they made? The movie that everybody hated?
Of what? Avatar? You talking about?
No, well, both Dragon Ball Z and Avatar both had terrible
I did not.
live
Oh
action.
my God. I did get into Avatar, but Avatar isn't like real Japanese animation. I wouldn't say because
it's
it
the
was
fake
never
shit.
from Japan. It was always American made. No, I did not see the incredibly terrible Dragon Ball Z because everyone said it was terrible. I did like this scene because I thought it was awesome.
No, it is a good scene. I
Yeah,
like
I'm a
it.
big sucker for like revenge stories. So
The
her
whole movie's
dad
a revenge
being,
movie.
It is. I know. That's what I'm excited for.
True.
But even this like segment of like her having to watch her parents get murdered, and her dad's actually doing a pretty good job by beating some of the guys, and then he just gets like sucker stabbed, and then
Oh, you
she
like
has to
that.
watch. Well, the you have to do something crazy, and then it just makes it even like when they get their sweet revenge, it's even better, And the sad part of like her mom getting stabbed and her blood dripping on her, face, it's all terrible. And so I wonder if they did it as anime, her story, so they can get away with how brutal it is.
Well,
They have
I was going to touch
right?
on this later, but that's why a huge section of the finale is in black and white because the
'cause of the
MPAA
I was wondering
kicked
that.
it back.
Thank you for saying that
And
because I was
said-
wondering about that. Wow.
Yeah, they were like, it's a no-go because the MPA hates red blood.
Too much
You
blood. Okay.
bring in too much red blood, they're a no-go.
Even though it's super
Interesting.
like unrealistic, like it's
Yeah.
just like ridiculously. Like, it's so stylized and ridiculous, over the top. They still were like,
So-
we get what you're doing, but no.
I think it really does spurt out like that.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
But like,
so.
you know, the
Like a
whole
fire
I
hydrant?
mean, yeah, no, yeah. So obviously, I figured that's why they made it like anime, because and then even later when she goes and kills the boss, you know, you're not gonna have this child, you know, be doing all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she was a
And-
really badass assassin.
The killer who kills her parents that she kills, a big pedo, because she's 11 when he's trying to do her,
So
and she's
creepy.
like,
Yeah.
for my parents, and kills him. Again, it's anime. You can get away with more. Tim, you would know this. You love the anime.
I don't.
So she
As
kills.
That's why we have a problem with our communication, Josh. You gotta go to therapy.
I
You
like
don't have to lie.
when
you can admit how much you love it. It's okay.
I know. Just anime's not bad. It's okay.
I pull down the curtain. It's nothing but like anime figures and like everything.
Curtain falls.
My
You
whole
see your
life
Attack
was a
on Titan.
lie.
So we go to Okinawa, Japan, and this is where we get Sonny Chiba, a big part cameo from Sonny Chiba as the barman who actually makes swords and weapons. And Sonny Chiba was a big old school martial artist. He made a lot of great martial art movies. Street Fighter movies are the primary movies he was known for that inspired a lot of this. So getting him in here was like a great callback to the movies that this movie is an homage to. And he does a great job as the like swordsman who's like, I don't make swords anymore. I cannot make your sword. But then she's like, oh, it's for one of your ex, students, Bill. And once you hear it, his delivery, his facial reactions and everything are so subtle, but it's just like, okay, it's Bill. And he's just like, it's going to take me a month. You can live here for a month. I'm going to make you this sword.
Yeah.
You practice for a whole month while I make you a sword.
Up in this attic. You can sleep up here.
Yeah. She says, it's your former, student, and then he walks over and writes it on the window.
Oh, that's right. He knows who it is.
He knows who it is.
Right.
And like, that also shows you how much people hate this character.
Mm-hmm.
That this guy's willing to break his like 28 or whatever, how long vow, just to make one last sword of death, so that she can have her revenge on Bill. So you have this like, early on, Bill's like, no, we're gonna wait for her to wake up so we can fucking do some more brutal shit. Obviously, it was already brutal shit when she's like, it was your baby, and he fucking shot her in the face. And then now this guy's like, I've done some fucked up shit. I don't want to do it anymore. Oh, we're gonna go kill Bill? Yes, I will make your instrument of death. Like,
And
it just
I
adds-
like that
it
when he
adds to
tells
the
her.
mystery of it.
Yeah.
I like that when he tells her, I don't make swords anymore. She's like, cool, I'll just take any of these. Give me one of these. You have 100.
Yeah.
And he's like, those aren't for sale. She's like, I didn't say sell it to me. Give me one. And it's
Yeah.
just like, no, I'm not going to give you one of my swords. I like
That's
that.
a baller move. That's a baller move.
She was
So
buttering him
Cottonmouth,
up too,
Lucy
though.
Liu.
She was doing everything she needed to do. She was being all cute, cutesy, and kind of like
Yep.
flirty down there, like ordering whatever she was ordering.
A little
and like,
naive.
she set it up very nicely. So
She was playing the part.
yeah, she was.
Yeah. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
So Lucy Liu is now like a ruler, like a Yakuza kind of crime ruler in Tokyo. She is financially backed by Bill, we learn, has a 17-year-old bodyguard named Yo-Yo Bagari, and her army is the
Go-Go.
Crazy 88. I said Yo-Yo.
Go. Go, not Y-O-Y-O.
Are you sure?
Fact check. Time to fact check.
All right,
Well.
Cassie.
Here we go. Go. Yeah, go.
It is Go-Go, Tim.
There you go.
I told you.
There you go.
Boom, Tim. I got you. It's not Yo-Yo, Tim.
Anime.
All right. And then she has her army, the Crazy 88.
Yeah. Those guys are awesome.
They
Don't
set
walk-
this up. They set this up so well, and I love that when Uma Thurman arrives here, when she gets here, she's wearing the yellow tracksuit that is
Iconic.
clearly the homage to Bruce Lee from Game of Death, his final movie where he climbs the tower and he fights Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and fights all these different people, and it was
Yeah.
such like a Bruce Lee homage. Like, exactly. Not even a little bit. It's almost exactly the outfit that Bruce Lee wears. the little homages that they have, like bringing in Sonny Chiba, the outfit, and then the finale. Even after this, we haven't got to. There's a major Lady Snowblood like homage when she's fighting Lucy Liu out in the snow in Lucy Liu's outfit. Just great stuff. But this whole sequence of just fighting and killing tons of people, and it goes on for an extended period of time. This is a big chunk of the movie, and it never grows old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it doesn't grow old.
It lasts a long time. You're
minutes.
right. You're right.
Yeah. I think it was 30 minutes or just a little bit over 30 minutes long because I had to pause it right before she went to town on all the... Or no, right before Go-Go. Her and Go-Go fought, I think. So she killed a couple of the guys that were with them that were hanging out, drinking, and having a good time. But yeah, that whole ending thing is over. Is like probably 45 minutes or so of the last.
And I really liked that when you see her on the plane, Uma Thurman going in, skipping back a little bit, going in, it is very clearly a fake plane and like a fake model thing. I like that they didn't even try and make it look real. They intentionally made it look like a toy plane, just kind of like going, just to really lend itself to the like 1970s and 60s kind of kung fu movies that this is paying homage to. I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's what I'm saying. Like Quentin Tarantino, such a student of film, to say the very least of his knowledge. That's what I was saying before, like the tonal shift. You go from like this Western, even the music was very Western in the beginning, and then now everything is very old school Japan, Seven Samurai and all the old black and whites that you're even bringing up even before. Like, it's just, it's so good. The music choices I thought were really good, with the RZA coming up with some of the original scores from the Wu-Tang. So I lost my train of thought, but
that's another reason that the random switch to black and white, which was a necessity to get an R rating, works because it all just plays into the stylistic
old-fashioned
world that we're living in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when she fights Yo-Yo Gabari, who has the swing and chain, the ball and chain, this fight, first of all, a great fight. I think it could have gone on a little bit longer, but Uma Thurman gets lucky here because this girl's kind of whooping her ass.
Yeah, she's the only one who like
the shit out of her. She didn't stand a chance.
Almost
really
kind of kills her. Yeah.
That's just thinking too. I was like, if Go-Go would have like had the blades come out first, she got Uma in the chest several times with the ball. Like, she could have bladed her right away and game over. Once again, cue credits.
Got a little bit of plot armor there, but that's okay. We'll forgive them. I love. It's okay. I love sort of what is revealed throughout the movie with how she behaves around just like the child toward the beginning of the film, but how she behaves around the kid who gets scared, right? Who like freaks out. Yeah. That's another thing that I remembered. Yes, and I remembered from the first time I watched it because I really liked it because as soon as she saw that he wasn't a threat, she was just like, get out of here. Like she wasn't out to just kill everyone. She was like, okay, you're not trying to hurt me, then just like leave, go home to your mom. And I just think.
But doesn't she spank him?
Yes. Well, yeah, necessary. But she doesn't kill him.
Which there's far worse punishments than being spanked by Uma
Thurman. Yeah.
Well, she spanks him with her katana. Just go home to your mother.
Yeah, it probably hurt, but you know what I'm saying. I think it just shows. It just points to her character, as a human being, and her character as who she plays in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's funny. A funny counter to that because yes, you see her showing that like human side, and then right after that, when it cuts to just all the dismay and dismemberment of some people are like wandering around and like moaning and like looking for their limbs. And she's like, if you're still alive, you can leave, but you cannot take your limbs. They belong to me now. And I was just like,
hell yeah.
That's like, okay, you're letting them live, but they can't keep their arms or they can't keep their legs. Dude, that's a baller move.
Yeah.
That's a baller move. They got taxed, bro. That's a tax. Gotta pay the tax man. Oh, but that fight scene though with her when they turn off the lights the silhouette of fight scene. Oh, that was so cool. Oh. It kind of reminded me. I don't know if he would do this on purpose, but it reminded me of Highlander. At the end of Highlander, the original one, with the Kurgan.
I've never seen Highlander.
You remember that?
I don't because I own Highlander on 4K. I bought it on 4K and I started watching it and I got like 10 minutes in, 15, and I just said, this is really bad. And I stopped and I haven't gone back yet.
Anyway, let's move on. I'm hurt. It's fine.
I'll watch it. I own it. I'll watch it.
We're not friends anymore.
So this is pretty much the whole end of the movie, but then we get one final Uma Thurman, Lucy Liu fight scene in the snow. This is what I said is very reminiscent of Lady Snowblood. And
sound design.
Then we learn at the very, very end that the daughter is still alive. Her unborn child lives. And it pretty much just kind of like ends there on the cliffhanger. Now, we didn't have to wait
100%.
long. Only 1 year later, we got the sequel. 1 year later, because they were already like...
It's still kind of long.
Yeah, right?
I mean, as far as sequels go, you usually got like a 2 or 3 year kind of wait limit in between.
Were they? Do you know were they filmed at the same time?
I think they were filmed simultaneously.
They must have been. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he was shooting this as a oneer, not a oneer, as one movie,
a single movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't be like, okay, so 5 years later.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that like I said, that whole scene was so tense because you're going back and forth between Bill talking to Sophia and then Uma Thurman torturing Sophia. Well, you don't see it, but her talking to Sophia through the open trunk, and you're getting like the same info and not at the same, but it's just because you're just like, I was like, he's gonna I forgot how it ended. And I was like, he's going to choke her out or do something. But then the very last thing you hear is, does she know that the baby's alive? And then it cuts right to written directed by Quentin Tarantino. You're like, damn. Oh, the baby lives.
Yeah, I thought he might kill her too. It's so cool. It's that's how they build his character. He seems so evil. You just don't even know, like, what is he being sincere or is he just going to like chop her head off? It's so cool. Like, you just don't know.
You're just sitting in the room with like the most lunatic person who will sit there and laugh at all your jokes, then all of a sudden stab you in the face. You're like, what did I do? You're like, I don't know. Like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
You chop your head off.
Yeah.
All right. This is the part of the show we likes to call Letterboxd time. We're going to give our final thoughts, give our score, and then we're going to look at the people of Letterboxd and see what they think. Timbo Jones, lead us off. Give us your quick final thoughts on the movie and your Letterboxd score.
Sure. I mean, it's prime Tarantino, I think. It's very genre heavy. It's his love letter to not just Westerns, which we all know he loves, and I know that he loves because we love the same Westerns, but also the old samurai movies. I don't know why I said it like that. I apologize.
It was offensive.
It was very offensive. I like it. I give it a 4.5. I feel like that's pretty good, right? I don't know. I feel like if you
don't ask me for permission.
I know. I always
tell me which one
I change it. Here's my thing: is like people either love Quentin Tarantino or they actually really don't like him, as I've seen in my travels. So like, if I don't give it a 5, I feel like everyone's gonna yell at me and be like, "What the fuck are you thinking?" But like, I don't know. I liked it. And I had a good time with it, and I don't know, if you don't like this type of genre heavy movie or homage movie, I don't know, it's not a straight up like drama or straight up act. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. 4.5. We'll go 4.5.
Okay.
Please
Valid.
Let me stop talking. I don't want to talk anymore.
Valid.
Mute.
Cassie, what are your thoughts? What's your score?
Well, so it's so interesting because I went on to Letterboxd when I finished watching this and saw that at some point in time, I don't remember, I had given it a 4. I don't remember when.
Okay.
And I looked at it and I was like, well, that was stupid of me. And I changed it to a 5. I was like, this movie is so cool. I was like, what was I thinking? Yeah, it's so cool. And I think the older I get and the more movies I watch, I just like allow myself to just lose myself in like the fun of it all and not be so analytical. Even though that's what I go on the internet to do. But, when a movie is just so freaking cool and, you just got to let yourself sometimes be like, this is a 5 out of 5. And and I think Kill Bill is one of those movies. So for I think many years it was a 4, and for about the last week it's been a 5.
Well, it's interesting because I had a similar thing where I went on and I looked at my Letterboxd score after I watched it when I went to log it and saw I had it at a 3.5.
Wow.
I was a fucking idiot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Josh is like, I have notes, actually.
Yeah.
But this is where I was saying where even when I watched it a few years later after it came out, I still didn't fully appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So when I logged it, I must have been logging based on my memory of when I watched it in 2006 or something like that. And I was like, oh, yeah, it was fine. And I logged it, and I hadn't really rewatched it. Now, I remember I had always thought the second one was better. I looked at what I'd logged the second one. I had the second one logged at a 4. We'll see next week because I haven't rewatched that one yet. But when I rewatched this, I was like, this was so much. 3.5, am I out of my mind? And at that point, I logged it at a 4.5. But as I've sat on it for 24 hours, and as we've talked about it, I do think I am in the same boat as Cassie. I think I don't have any notes on this movie. The weird, dumb shit that happens, I like. I don't have a single critique here. I think I'm giving this a 5 out of 5. I'm
I want to
locking
change
it.
my answer. Can I change mine?
No. Only if you really mean it. Only if you really mean it.
Don't do that out of peer pressure.
Yeah, we're
Sam.
not going to judge. 4.5 is still very valid and fine. So if you're...
No, but you guys do bring up good points.
You matter,
and
Tim.
Talking about it right now, I do.
You matter.
That, like, no, I'll go. You know what? Let's go 5. I'm going 5. Changing it.
Okay. This is
5
the
across
first
the board.
perfect score
Woo!
that we have had.
Yeah.
On
I think it
the
deserves
bench.
that too. It deserves that to be the first one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm solid.
It's funny that you say that because if we look at Letterboxd, so we look at two things: what the average score is, and then what the most common rating is. Mm-hmm. It has an average of a 4.2 out of 5 right now. The most common rated score is a 5 out of 5, making up 33%. So most people who have reviewed this movie on Letterboxd have given it a perfect 5 out of 5.
Let's go.
They're in line with us.
Yeah.
So that was Kill Bill Volume 1. We will be back next week with Kill Bill Volume 2. Timbo, close us out.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Cassie, for coming and hanging out with us. And thank all of you for sticking around. If you stick around to the end, I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. We're a growing channel. And if you want to grow with us, let's grow together like plants looking for sun together.
You
know
can't
what I mean?
say that, Tim.
I feel like, what is plants? Who doesn't like plants? Anyway, what's your Letterboxd score? Please let us know in the comments below. Also, if you are partaking, which you don't have to, but if you are, let us also know what you're drinking. What will you be drinking next week? And are you excited for next week's Kill Bill Volume 2? Let us know. Once again, he's Joshua. I'm Tim. Cassie, thank you. Hanging out with you is always a pleasure. And everybody else, have a good night.
Bye.
Catch you on the flippity flop.